cardio?
What a great question. Okay, so what you're going to do, take 220 and you're going to minus your age. You're going to get that number. Resting heart rate is resting heart rate. We're going to get that number for your resting heart rate. Take that number and I'm going to multiply it by 60%, and then I'll do the same for here, and then I'm going to take those two and then I'm going to add it together, and then that number is going to be the your target heart rate. Pretty easy, right?
What the hell?
Okay, so after that slightly traumatic experience, I realized that maybe this complicated sort of gig needs to be dummied down just a smidge. It's really not that hard, and I'm gonna prove it to you. The first step is to decide what percentage of your max heart rate you want to be at. If my max heart rate, estimated max heart rate is X, I want to be at like 60% of that. Best bang for buck when we're talking about caloric expenditure, those calories being fat calories, okay? And this is how we're going to do it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 220, we're going to minus your age, that's my age, that's A, bam. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to find what we call an RHR, or your resting heart rate, and you're going to do that by taking 3 to 4 consecutive days, 15 seconds worth of a pulse, mine was 18, multiply that by 4, bam, and that's B. Okay, number 3, I'm going to go for 60% of that. So I'm going to take 60% of 176, which was my A, and then I'm going to take 60% of 72, which was my B, and I got those numbers. And then all I'm going to do is add them together. Wow. C. What does that mean? Basically, that means if I looked at what my zones looked like, okay? The break between zone 3 and zone 4 is what's called an AT, or an anaerobic threshold. The break between zone 1 and zone 2 is called AB, or an aerobic base. All right? Anything that's this side of that AT, for all intents and purposes, let's just say it's all fat. Once you get past that AT, now you're starting to get into the sugars. All right, that's more boot campy, the hard stuff. The problem is you're burning muscle when you do that. When you think about that and you break that zone, you're burning a ton of calories. This much of it is fat. Pull it down a smidge and you can get down to that AB, or kind of chill in that, like, more of the fat burning zone, or what your target heart rate should be if weight loss and fat loss is a goal especially. And you may not burn as many calories, but the majority of them will be fat. And I don't know about you all, I'm trying to burn some fat, okay? So if I know that anything beyond my zone 3, zone 4, or this break here is sugars, right? Anything over here is all fat. So 176 was where my AT was, or my max. My 148, or 60%, would be about, let's just ballpark it here, okay? So let's just say it's around here in that realm. So as you can see, 60% of my max, 60% of that guy, where I can still complete sentences, complete bouts of cardio without absolutely feeling like I'm dying. As long as I know that that's a step towards the goal of fat loss, I'm okay with that. You stick that low base zone and you build that foundation to your cardio endurance, your ability to last longer. And let's face it, man, if you a dude, we want that bad. You know what I'm saying? So if you can build that base up, that means that your muscles have the oxygen they need to contract and to build. That means that your metabolic engine is now starting to function with a little more efficiency each and every time you can successfully knock that out.